Good morning, comic book fans. Well, I say good morning. I'm recording this in the evening. I'm probably going to put it out when I've finished recording it. Just so much force of habit. Wish you all a very nice morning. But it's Free Comic Book Day tomorrow, and I'm going to go through what we've got coming in. For people who don't know, Free Comic Book Day is a once-a-year event run by damn near every comic book store in the world, where every store spends quite a lot of money, but buying a lot of comic books for very little money per comic book, with the intention to literally just give them all away. The idea being that people who come in for free comic books might also buy some stuff, and it is a fantastic day for stores. If you are watching this and I am not your local comic book store, go and find them or go and support them, because this is an event that costs money, and the only reason we keep doing it is because people do turn up for it and actually make it worth a while. This store in particular has a whole bunch of raffle prizes to give away as well, including a £200 Warhammer starter set, everything you need to play an entire game in one box, plus a whole bunch of other action figures and games and the like. But every year we do give away buttloads of comic books. We have a couple of rules. Every store is different. At our store, we are only allowing customers to take 5 per person, and no more than 1 of each. We do this because almost every year we'll get people trying and be like, oh yeah, but they're free, I can just take them. In this store, we also have one guy who's tried that like 5 times now, as if the rules change and he doesn't notice the rules printed above the displays. He's hilarious. But for this year, we have a whole bunch of stuff. It's a mix of Free Comic Book Day and Comic Giveaway Day. And we don't have the full range. British stores generally don't get the full range because of licensing deals. But what we do have is... yeah. And I'm going to go through them just so everyone knows what we've got. This is alphabetical order. I'm not picking favourites, although I do have them, but that's for another thing. I'm going to start with Alien, because, it begins with A. It's not just Alien, it's Alien, Planet Apes, and Predator, and it looks like each one of the little stories, because it's 3 mini-stories, is all, like, their own separate little things, and worth reading, little teasers for what's coming out, because there's going to be a big Planet of the Apes crossover thing coming soon, so check that one out. Next, we have Amazing Spider-Man, Queen in Black, with a little bit of the Infernal Hulk thrown in there as well, which is a really, really good one to get. Everyone's loving the Infernal Hulk, but Queen in Black by Ewing is probably going to be one of the bigger ones that Marvel does this summer, so check that one out. Archie Comics now with the World of Archie, and this is a big anthology thing, big. It's still a comic book, but there's lots of little stories in it. It feels like Archie Comics leans into that kind of thing anyway, but it does mean you can pick it up and get a good sense of all the various Archie things, and I think Only Press is going to be taking over doing some Archie stuff recently, so jump on board with that one. From Dark Horse, Avatar, well worth checking out. Anything Avatar, the comic books, graphic novels always sell out for us, and you also get some Minecraft stuff in here, and I did flick through and check out the Minecraft. The artwork is absolutely amazing. I was genuinely surprised by how much I like the aesthetic of it. Back to Marvel Comics now, Avengers Armageddon. Zdarsky is one of my favourite writers in Marvel, one of the few really good, like, A-grade or above writers that Marvel have at the moment. I don't really care about the Avengers Armageddon thing, but for the actual issue 1, when it comes in store, there's going to be, like, Magic the Gathering cards in every single one of them, sealed things, so you might want to check out that one. First one for DC, Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight, Lego Batman. Do love Lego Batman stuff, video games, movies, all good. Nice to see that's going to be a thing. From Kodansha, we have Blue Lock in full colour. I think this is just a reprint of Blue Lock, but done in colour, and it is one of the more popular manga anime things out there at the moment, so well worth checking that one out. First of all, Conan the Barbarian is the Cimmerian, Zuthal of the Dusk. Blaze actually have a really nice idea for this one. They just take actual Conan stories by Howard and just turn them into comic books. They don't make up their own stuff, so if you're a fan of the original source material, you get comic book versions, including some of the more problematic aspects of it. Slightly more contemporary take, we do have the Dark Horse, Titan version. Conan jumps to a lot of different publishers. Titan at the moment version, which is a new original story, Tides of the Tyrant King. I flicked through it, it looks like it's going to be confusing time travel stuff, so have fun with that one. Another one from DC, DC versus Sonic the Hedgehog. This looks like to be pretty much a full issue tease of the next one that's coming out, or maybe a reprint of the last one that came out in readiness for the next one, but either way, it was a hugely popular thing. First Image comic, Decidium. This is basically Ramvi Kagel, and Anand RK, 3 absolutely brilliant creators have all worked together before, and I've liked everything they've done together. It's going to be a graphic novel when it comes out. This is very much just a tease, but it looks amazing. Probably the biggest one going to be the year for us, Dungeon Crawler Carl. It is everywhere. I cannot avoid it right now. I'm on book 2 and I am loving it. I think it's like the webtoon thing put into an issue of a comic book, but this is just a tease because the rest of it is going to come out as graphic novel format, but still well worth checking out. Another Image Comics one, the Energon universe. The big thing with this is that the Mobile Armored Strike Command is going to be part of the same universe as Transformers and G.I. Joe. I'm all in favour of that one, but to make sure everything's okay and it's going to hit all the marks, this still does have Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Void Rival stuff in there as well. Oni Press has Fort Psycho and Mind Management from Matt Kint. This is one of those that I never read the Mind Management stuff when it was first out, but I heard good things. Looking forward to seeing what they do with it. Boom Studios with a little bit of Garfield. I loved Garfield when I was a kid. Don't know why some adults still like it. I've tried to carry on reading it, but it just doesn't do the same thing it did for me when I was in junior school. From another one from Titan, Gun Honey doubles down. These things are great fun. They are full on action adventure spy stuff. They're a little bit too male gazy for me, but I don't mind that people enjoy that. Another one from Boom. This is a double one because we have My Little Pony and Gem got their own. Yes, Gem and the Holograms. Gem and the Holograms one's probably the one that's going to get more attention in this store. Kelly Thompson and Sophie Campbell, those are two creators people like around these parts. IDW are reprinting Lock and Key issue 1. I'm not sure why they've done this, but I don't mind the idea of that being out there in the world so people can give it a try. Maybe come and buy some of the graphic novels from us. Dark Horse, Masters of the Universe, like there's a movie coming out or anything, but also Dungeons and Dragons, because there has been a movie out and it was great. Ignition Press, smaller press company, but I do like what they're doing, and they've got Simon Spurrier doing one for them. He's one of my favourite writers. I flicked through this one. I'm already a big fan and can't wait to see what the rest of the story is. The Keenspot one's a bit of an odd one because we do have the big Mark Spears monster thing on the front, but the Mark Spears stuff is mostly just an interview with some really nice artwork, don't get me wrong, but then at the back end of it there's lots of little side story, cartoony, comic strip kind of things, which is sure are going to be a lot of fun to read. From Vault, which isn't the Dungeon Crawler Carl one, She Lost the Name Inanna. I have flicked through and read this one. It looks really, really good, mixing mythology with contemporary world stuff. Really cool. This one from DC is mildly disappointing, I'm not going to lie. It's the Next Level stuff, which basically is an advert for a whole bunch of comic books that are already out. The only one that isn't is the Barbara Gordon one, and the only Barbara Gordon bit is 2 pages of black and white artwork with no text, so it's really not the better one to get. If you're going to go something from DC, go for the Vertigo option. Nice House by the Lake. That's a nice on the lake. First issue reprinted. Genuinely good series. We're heading into the final act of the second arc of this, and it's another good one to read and see if you want to pick up the trades, because they are all fantastic. Boom, Power Rangers issue 0, because the Power Rangers are back, baby. This is another one where there's a couple of other stories in there, but it's mainly with the Power Rangers people grabbing that one. Boom Studios, Something is Killing the Children. Road to Slaughter, because that is a big event that they've got coming out. I only ever read these in the big deluxe hardback collections, so I'm quite far behind on what's going on in there, but I'm sure it's fantastic. I've loved all of them. IDW's got another one, Sonic the Hedgehog, actually just pure Sonic, this one, and it does like it's a full issue of a comic book, which you just get for free. Marvel, Spidey's Amazing Friends. I like these kind of things. They're definitely more kid-friendly, all the stories are much shorter, and there's usually little activities between them. Most years we get way more of this kind of thing, but this year hardly any. I feel like a lot of the smaller press companies didn't have a way to get stuff to us because of the change with Diamond Distribution. Dynamite, I've got a couple, reprinting Stitch issue 1 being in one of the ones, which I think is absolutely well worth doing. Not our most popular one in store, but it's still got its fans. Udon have Street Fighter Forever with a bunch of different little stories in there. The artwork looks absolutely amazing. If you're a Street Fighter fan, you're going to love it, of course you are. And the other one from Dynamite, Supernatural, reprinting issue 1. Well worth a look. We keep selling out of it. We keep getting people adding on subscription, so the chance to get an issue 1 again instead of paying whatever people are selling it for on eBay, it's a good thing to do. Right, I am heading rapidly towards like a 10-minute mark, and I don't want to be doing that, so I'm going to start wrapping up now. If you have watched this entire thing on TikTok, well done. TikTok does not reward you for that. Thank you very much. If you are local to my store in Huddersfield, we're in Barham Arcade, 2nd floor. Come up, grab some free stuff. You're under no obligation to buy anything. I kind of said earlier on that it is a good day for people to spend money, and that is true. But that's not the entire point of it. We give away comic books because, like the idea of everyone reading comic books. Yeah, it'd be cool if you came and spend some money with us at some point. We need to stay open, we're a business. But we're doing this because it's a great thing to do, and it's a great way to get people reading and buying otherwise. Either way, go and find a store that's doing it. And if you are coming here, I'll see you later. That's it from you now. Until I see you all again, look after yourself, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.